Section 11. In this unit, we are considering not so much the attributes that define junior youth, but the characteristics of the young men and women that the writing suggests they should grow up to be. We began this exploration by looking at two quotations that gave us insights into some of these characteristics. We then saw that the age of 15 marks a special point in the life of an individual, for it represents the threshold of maturity, a time when new powers and capacities are brought into focus. We know what a significant role young people can play in the life of the cause and how important it is for their tremendous capacities to be directed towards service to humanity. We have also acknowledged the need for youth to consciously prepare themselves for their future life and have seen that service itself is essential to such preparation as are their studies, both those needed to acquire the knowledge and skills to earn a livelihood and those that will enhance their capabilities to render service to their communities. You may find it useful to pause here and reflect on what you have studied up to this point. Below are several statements. Read each one and decide whether it is true or false. Although the answer in some cases may be obvious, we hope that you will give the overall exercise adequate attention. It is intended to take you through a sequence of ideas which will help you to organize your thoughts about the material we have covered so far. A. For an individual, turning 15 means reaching the age of maturity, but this is more of a symbolic mark and does not affect his or her life in any meaningful way. B. Most youth are immature and cannot assume major responsibilities. They are easily distracted and cannot be relied upon. C. Youth are eager to assume responsibility for the work of the faith, but because of their inexperience and immaturity, they are unable to accomplish a great deal. D. When a young person reaches the age of maturity, he or she can take on more responsibilities in some areas of life, but not in others. E. Youth have the potential needed to arise and serve the faith with constancy and selflessness. F. Youth can show forth the willpower and dedication needed to engage in systematic action in service to the faith. G. Those who arise to serve the cause in the prime of their youth are greatly blessed. H. Youth should focus most of their attention on their studies. Their extra time can be devoted to service. I. Without receiving the highest levels of academic training, youth cannot serve society effectively. J. All fields of human endeavor are open to youth. They should choose those suited to their talents and circumstances, enter them in a spirit of service, and strive for excellence. K. Youth do not have enough experience and knowledge to engage in meaningful conversation about the faith with those they encounter. It is best they serve in other ways. L. Youth do not have the experience and knowledge needed to engage in meaningful conversation about the faith with those they encounter and should be encouraged instead to simply show forth exemplary conduct. M. Youth have great potential to understand the teachings brought by Baha'u'llah and to share them with their peers. N. Youth have great potential to understand the teachings brought by Baha'u'llah and to share them with people from all walks of life, both young and old. O. Youth are eager to acquire the knowledge and abilities needed to share the teachings of the faith with others. P. Youth are among the greatest resources of the cause of God and should be helped through a proper course of study and constant encouragement to become capable of serving their communities and humanity. Q. Youth require special activities that allow them to have fun. It is difficult for them to be serious over an extended period of time. R. Learning to be systematic comes later in life when spontaneity has run out. S. The ability of youth to endure arduous conditions and to adapt to new situations opens to them many avenues of service. T. Youth have the power to overcome difficulties by exemplifying in their lives the high moral standards set forth in the teachings. Youth have inquisitive minds and can find answers to their questions by participating fully in the life of the community. V. It is the youth who contribute decisively to the vigor and the purity of the Baha'i community and can become its driving force. W. The great potentialities latent within the Baha'i community can unfold through the spirit of selfless service demonstrated by youth.